guys, this is PrinceofMacedon, and I'm doing a commentary video for Men of War. This is a multiplayer battle. I command the Japanese, and my opponent is Sirle in command of the Americans. Alright, so you saw that this video kicked off with a little explosion, and that was my submachine gun man taking out this truck, and there were a bunch of American servicemen nearby, and with an anti-tank grenade, I destroyed the whole lot of them. But I also lost my submachine gun guy. And you see they also brought up a heavy machine gun, which I just took out with a sniper. And here are some more infantry. These are 2 machine gunners and a submachine gunner. And right there is the heavy machine gun piece. And you see that little target retinal? That is my that belongs to my snipers. And I have them operating on the right flank, but he does not know where they are. So bam, I wasted that guy. That was a machine gunner. And I'm going to continue to target these guys who stand out in the open. If you look on the top left on the minimap, you can see that I have taken complete control of this port. So all the fighting is going to take place outside of the port on the borders of this map here. Alright, my opponent just snuck in a serviceman into the port area. But I have some Japanese infantry right here. And I also have my sniper still operating on the flanks. And see that little target right there? Bam, my snipers plucked that dude from the tower. So yeah, in the first few minutes of this battle, my opponent, he pretty much conceded control of the port to me. And so all my guys are all over this port. So now I'm trying to flush him out of the outskirts of the port. And here I snuck up a submachine gunner, and I wiped out that that infantryman. I'm gonna try to take command of that heavy machine gun, but I didn't see those American infantry right there, so they destroyed my my SMG guy. But you can see those little target retinals. Those are my snipers operating on the flanks, and they are continuing to pluck those the American infantry. Here I'm bringing up an SMG squad, and there the opponent he brought in another dude, and he was trying to throw a grenade at my guys inside that building, but my guys were able to take him out in time. You can see him wearing that black bulletproof vest. It helps with his armor, so he can take a lot more damage from my guys. Nowadays, it's pretty standard for our personnel to wear Kevlar vests, which helps minimize damage. Alright, so I am bringing up another infantry squad. This one is a paratrooper squad. And I'm going to try to fight my way outside of this port here. And here's my squad inside this building here. They have a nice view of the entrance to this port. And I'm just going to micro my guys right here. Get them in position to strike the enemy if they show their heads. Okay, so here's an overview over here. Right there on the right, you see that little area? There's a bunch of like anti-aircraft guns. Some people, they will actually camp here, and that's pretty annoying. And they'll put like mortars, infantry, and all that. They'll basically fortify that position, and you'll be forced to die. Okay, here's some more guys. He put a guy on that machine gun, but my snipers took him out. So he's going to retreat some of his infantry back behind that truck right there, but my guys can still see him. And he's coming forward a little bit. Now he's going to try to take out my snipers, and he has a good idea where they are, so he's going to kind of rush forward here with his assault infantry. But as they come forward, my snipers are picking them off. I have 2 snipers operating as a team. You see those 2 guys that just fell? They are not dead yet. They still have health. This first guy right here, he is plucking away at the bushes. And I took out the first guy. And here comes the other 2 guys that I shot down first. And that one's going to take him out for good. And here I'm bringing up my paratroopers. I'm going to try to assist my snipers. I wasn't sure if my snipers could hold off those heavily armored American infantry. But they succeeded in holding off that little invasion, I guess. But he managed to put a guy on that heavy machine gun. But that's not a good place, because that's where my snipers were shooting in the first place. And they easily take out that guy manning the machine gun. Now I'm going to bring up my paratroopers. And I'm going to finally take command of this heavy machine gun. Finally. And I'm going to point it in the right direction now. Alright, so I have established a little beachhead, as you can call it. And I'm going to push out of this port. And I'm going to continue to push into the enemy's territory. And basically I'm just going to keep pushing until I come into contact with the enemy again. It's a pretty simple plan. And if I find him, hopefully I will bring up the rest of my firepower and bear it down on the enemy. Okay, here I'm getting some more troops. I'm going to use some Japanese riflemen. And here I got my guys inside this little area here. And I put him there just in case my opponent decided to camp, but he's not camping there. And I'm not going to man those anti-aircraft guns, because I just think that's pretty lame. Anyways, you can see that this game's lagging right now, and that's because of my opponent's connection. Usually the game runs really quickly and really smoothly, but because of my opponent's connection, it's kind of laggy right now. But that's fine, and that's why I cut off more of the video than I normally do. Usually I showed like the last 9.5 minutes, but here I'm only showing the last 7.5 minutes. Here I'm just going to reposition my Japanese SMG squad. And here I'm just going to reposition my sniper, or snipers. And I'm going to move them closer just because I established that little beachhead up there. So I'm going to support my little beachhead by moving up my snipers. And these are the guys that have caused the most damage to the enemy. Okay, I'm going to take direct command of this little heavy machine gun, and I'm just going to pluck away at possible locations of the enemy. I'm going to shoot at those windows right there. And I wanted to shoot at that gun tower, but it's a little too far. It's out of range. So I'm going to shoot at that building right there. I'm going to shoot at its windows. I'm just going to rake it with some heavy machine gun fire. And there's really nothing over there, apparently. And that's going to show me that the enemy is somewhere else, basically. Unless he's hunkering down, but apparently he's not. Alright, so I'm going to push up my infantry more. These are my paratroopers. And here I'm going to take this paratrooper right here, and I'm going to show you the inventory of this fallen tango. So I'm going to show you what he has in his inventory. I'm going to discard my helmet, and I'm going to take his helmet. So look at my my paratrooper. He looks like an American soldier now. Hold on, let me turn him around. There you go. Look at him. Pretty cool, huh? He looks almost like a U.S. Marine in the 40s. So I'm gonna rush my dude up here into this little shack. And check that out. A mortar is right there. Now that is what you call a target of opportunity. I'm going to take out that crew right there. Those mortars are very devastating. So now I'm getting shot by some American infantry nearby, but I managed to take out that mortar crew before my paratrooper died. Okay, so there's like a minute and a half left, and I have a huge lead over my opponent, so I feel pretty confident pushing my guys forward here, because even if I lose these guys, I'm still winning the battle. So I'm going to put these guys in that little shack, and just as I thought, my opponent was putting another soldier on that mortar right there, because he really wanted to operate that thing against my troops, so my guys took him out. And in the very back there's an M3 artillery piece. And he's shooting at my guys now. And I'm going to try to throw a grenade at it. And here the lag starts to screw up my micromanagement. Here I want to throw a grenade, but I have trouble doing it. As you can see, watch this. He takes it out, but he puts it back in, and he takes it out, and then he tries to swing it back, but he gets blown up. I'm going to try again here. And that guy bites it too. Alright, third time's the charm here. Let's see how Mr. Narita does. Alright, he's going to advance forward a little bit. And bam! Look at that. Where'd his body go? That sucked for him. Can you imagine being the dude who wrote the letter to his mom? Dear Mrs. Narita, your son Nahai died gloriously for the Empire. Unfortunately, we cannot send you his personal items, because an American M3 artillery gun mutilated his body in the heat of battle. Regards. Alright, sorry for that little Saving Private Ryan moment. Alright, there's like 40 seconds left, and I still have a huge lead right now, so I didn't really care about losing those guys. Although, realistically, you should be caring about every individual soldier. Okay, so I have another paratrooper in this building here, and I'm going to play this a little more cautiously now. I'm going to pop some smoke right here, and that will distract my opponent, and hopefully it'll also obscure his vision. And I'm also bringing up some infantry in the back, as you saw, and those are my Japanese riflemen. So here they come. There's like 7 seconds left. Can I destroy that thing before the timer runs out? 5 seconds left. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. And I don't think it's going to happen. but I still managed to win the battle, and good game to my opponent.